Okay, so this is the final problem, and because this is a tricky problem, I'm actually going to give a hint video so where I can get you started, make sure you get a little help on the problem so that you can be successful. So part A, so we're told that a pharmaceutical company discards tablets if their thickness is not within one mean absolute deviation of the average of all the tablets in the sample. The thickness in centimeters of each sample are 0.22, 0.26, 0.27, 0.24, 0.21. Which tablet should be rejected? So the mean and the MAD. So let's start with finding the mean. So I have 0.22, 0.26, 0.27. So to find the mean is equal to 0.22 plus 0.26 plus 0.27. I think that's right. 0.26 plus 0.24 plus 0.21 plus 0.24 plus 0.21. And then when we get that, you divide all that by 5, and your mean should get some value. And to help you find the MAD, I know most of you can do it, but I got 0.24. So I am kind of giving you the answer to this one. Now to find the MAD, I'm going to switch to a different color. I'm going to set up, and I'm not going to give you the answer to this. You're going to have to calculate it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the absolute value of each of our data points minus the mean. So in this case, it would be like the absolute value of 0.22 minus 0.24 plus the absolute value of 0.26 minus 0.24, ... And when you do that, you should get, for example, so the first one should be like 0.02, right, plus 0.02 plus, and then there should be 3 more values that you calculate, and I'll show those by these boxes, right? You'll get all 5 of those values and divide by 5. One of them, by the way, when you have this 0.024, that 0.024 plus 0.204, one of them should be 0. So I'll give you a hint there. So you do include that 0 as one of your 5 values. And then when you do that, you should get the MAD is equal to some answer here. So we have our mean and we have our MAD. All right. So to create the absolute value inequality, right, we have an absolute value, our T, and the capital T is our variable. So we do T minus the mean, which we already know, but I'm going to show as yellow, as orange. Our mean value is less than or equal to whatever you calculated down here as the MAD. All right. Like this. And then from there, you should be able to set it up. It ends up being, so for this, you can write this a couple ways, but one way to do it is T is less than or equal to basically it ends up being our mean plus the MAD, and then the lower bound is usually the mean minus the MAD. You can also solve it like we've learned to solve inequalities, but you should get 2 numbers here, like mean minus the MAD, mean plus the MAD. That's our range. You then graph it and compare. And when you do that, you should see that 2 of the tablets, blank, comma, blank, separate multiple answers with a comma and no space, are rejected. Make sure that you that you separate the comma like that so that you can find which 2 tablets they are. And that's everything.